What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Diamond Selects Lord of the Rings Wave 5, Series 5's Boromir and Lurtz figures. Now, I'm pretty excited for these guys. At first, I thought it was just going to be a reissue of the Uruk-hai figure, but there actually is a lot more differences. Unfortunately, I don't have that figure here with me, but I'm going to want to pick up another one now since Lurtz is here. And Boromir, come on, man. Fellowship of the Ring, let's fucking go, man. But yeah, I'm pretty happy to have these. It's always fun to get new Lord of the Rings figures in the collection. Diamond Select just showcased their figures at, what was it, New York Toy Fair? And Saruman's coming, Samwise, come on now, bro. I'm pretty excited. So here's the boxes on them. Pretty standard for what we've been seeing in the line. There's the barcode for Boromir, and there it is for Lurtz. But without further ado, let's go ahead and pop the good, the bad, and he's going to double as the ugly and get them out of the box. So getting these guys out of the package, I gotta say, for the most part, they're pretty awesome. Now, you have to keep in mind that Diamond Select's thing is not always necessarily putting as much articulation in their figures as possible. A lot of the times they go more toward the aesthetic over the articulation, and these are really good examples of that. I think they look beautiful, and we'll get into that just in a minute. And they come with a lot of stuff as well, but I'm going to tell you right up front, they do not pose well at all. Well, Lurtz kind of does, but Boromir, forget about it. So we'll go ahead and start with Lurtz just because I feel like he's a lot more reuse. But yeah, this is a character that I find very interesting. I always feel like Saruman hyped him up to be like the leader of the Uruk-hai and, you know, like hyped the hell out of him. And then bro gets into one battle and gets his fucking head chopped off by, was it by Boromir, I believe? Like immediately, like bro gets clapped. And I always found that kind of funny, but you know, maybe that's just me, but I love all the silver details punched in. There's washes and dry brushes everywhere. I mean, look at the paint on that hair. That is textbook hair dry brushing. I really like the head sculpt, the nasty look. It would have been cool if he... Nah, I guess they would have had it done a whole body, because it would have been cool if they did like an alternate head with like the slime clay stuff that he was born out of. I don't know if born's the right word, but that would have been kind of cool, but... he would be naked. So I think that it looks really cool that you get all these like little flaps and armor pieces, all the silver's punched in. There's a beautiful silver dry brush. I love the gunmetal gray on top, and then these straps and buckles are posted on the back too. His arm muscles look great. I love the way that looks. His triceps look good, and then you get these nice textured legs. I like the way that looks. You get his wee-wee in there. That's just probably nasty. But I like his armor. And again, I don't know what's reuse from the Uruk-hai soldier versus this one. I'd have to have them side by side. I do plan on getting another one. I want to have them flank him. I wouldn't mind getting some of the little green guys too. A couple more of them. I only have one, but I think 3 would be kind of cool. 3 or 4. There's so much coming out right now and not a lot of money. So I like the dry brushes. I think the paint with all the straps and everything looks wonderful. As far as accessories for this guy go, he does come with quite a bit of stuff. So he is going to come with the sword and shield, which I do believe that these are reused from the previous release, but that's okay with me. I love this shield. I've always loved this design for a shield. He doesn't come with a spear, but you could lay the spear here, and with these spikes you can punch with it. I always thought it was really good, and it looks like little metal. Like, it looks fantastic. The paint all on the back with the straps, the handle to the sword or machete, I don't know what that's called, but looks fantastic. He comes with this merce, but I believe he's going to use it as a quiver. So what you're going to want to do, pop the head off. Probably don't do it like I do. You might rip the hair off. But slide his arm through here. I believe this is the right way to do it. And then kind of get the ball joint to go through there. It actually, now that I'm looking at it, again, we're troubleshooting here, guys. It's Zach Toys. You already know how that goes. But, damn it. That's going to be a pain in the butt to get it off of him. Yeah, the sculpt makes it look as good. It should go this way. Let me see if it fits on better this way. It does. Yeah, I would say that that's probably how that's supposed to go. I don't know. I'm probably going to leave it like that just for convenience sake, because he does come with a couple arrows. He actually comes with 3. They all look very, very nice. I love the little bit of greenish yellow on the end there. And the 3 of them can get put in there. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to leave that on there for the remainder of the video. And of course, you can't have a bow without some arrows. And just look at you can't have some arrows without a bow. You get real string, looks great. Look at the metally look on that. You get a nice handle with the 2 little axes on there. Again, if he's for close combat, shing shing, punching that shit. Looks great. And then finally, he comes with an alternate screaming head, which looks very cool. And going ahead and popping that on here, pops right on. So I think that looks awesome. Looks very, very good. Looks very accurate to the movie, and I think that it just looks like a gorgeous figure overall. As far as his articulation is concerned, leaving the quiver on there, he's not going to look up very much at all. To be fair, he doesn't really look up with it there or without it there. He does pivot, he's going to rotate, and he'll look down a little bit. It's really just going to get some rotation there. You're really not going to get much. The shoulders will go up to T-pose, which is good. I really like the way that they put the armor piece, like the strap, on the shoulder. I think that was a great idea, a good move on their part. It'll rotate, no bicep swivel, but you do get a single jointed elbow that will do that rotation. This is new for Diamond Select, I think. They have a vertical hinge on the weapon holding hand. That's awesome, dude. So really like to see that. He's got a pretty good diaphragm joint in every direction but forward, kind of like a McFarlane. And then rotation there, pretty good. I wish you crunched a little bit more forward, but not bad. He does the splits. He'll kick forward, back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees that have gotten a little loose in certain positions. I don't really know why. And then the ankles they'll rotate, which these are my favorite kinds, like the ball hinge ankles. They'll rotate at the calf right there, which is nice, and then the ankle goes down, up, and pivot. Very good articulation for the most part, especially for Diamond Select. I mean, I say very good for Diamond Select. I think it's enough articulation for him. You can definitely get him in some action poses, but it doesn't really hinder the look at all neither. I mean, if they went pinless, this would look beautiful, but it looks good with that, with the pins there anyway. His design kind of lends for that anyway, but yeah, I think he looks pretty damn awesome. I'm taking a look at Boromir. One of my favorite characters. I wouldn't say he's my favorite, but he's up there. I mean, the Forgotten Prince. He's just super cool, dude. Taking a look at the head sculpt here. It's okay. I don't think it's, like, spot on to Boromir. I think the more human faces kind of F with Diamond Select a little bit. He just got a nice wash in the hair. I like the cape. It's just a plastic piece, so if you really want to take it off, you can. It's very simple to take it off, but the emerald clasp there looks nice. The printing detail that they did on like his undershirt on the sleeves looks amazing. I love the way that looks. I mean, just look at how much paint is on this side there, dude. Like, that is so much paint on a figure. That's insane. You get washes, dry brushes, silvers, punched in details, amazing sculpt. It is great. I love the way that looks. You even get like a shadowy effect in his hands, like there's more pink in his hands. That's amazing. Very good job on Diamond Select's part. Love the way that the design goes down. The belt is amazing. I can't tell if that's a tampo or if it's like a wash that is just applied beautifully along the belt. Very nice. And then you get that little bit of dry brushing to dirty up the bottom of the cape and the cloth like skirt. You don't even see his legs, and they put a wash in there. Like, super awesome. And then obviously get some mud on the boots as well, but I think that it looks fantastic. I think he is like incredibly accurate to the movie from the neck down. Again, the head sculpt's not bad at all, and it will totally get the job done, but I think you can tell that they're not really doing face printing. They're still kind of just painting. I think if Diamond Select went more toward a printing thing, that'd be really cool, but honestly, overall, I still think that this looks fantastic. And he does come with quite a bit as well, so we'll go ahead and back him up real quick. Back him up. You are going to get 2 interchangeable hands. These are his gloved hands, so you can kind of choose which one you like. The only problem is they were the hinges were printed in skin tones, so yeah, I'm probably just going to leave the skin hands on there. You do get a little knife in the sheath for the knife. I believe that's what that is. Maybe not. I don't know what this is then. I thought it was the sheath for the knife, but there's nowhere to put it in. Weird. You do get that, and then you get that. I guess it's just for something for him to hold, like to make it look like he's getting his knife out. I don't know, but there is a sheath for the sword. So you can go ahead, put the sword in there. Again, just look at all the detail on that. That's insane. Diamond Select is crazy for putting all that detail. It's awesome. And then you pull the sword out. You know, a little bit of shing, but looks awesome. You do get a shield. I love the way this feels. I know I can't, like, describe that, but that is very nerve-wracking to me. You got to hold it from the inside there, and it's not bad, but I feel like if you moved it the wrong way without, like, paying attention, that would snap immediately. So be careful. Be super careful with that one. And, like, even right now, I can barely get out of his hand. Yeah, be careful with that. And then finally, get the bugle. Looks awesome. Really, really like the way that it looks. The silver and the golds are punched in very nicely. And you can kind of put it over his shoulder. There's a lot of things that get in the way. But if you worked it out enough, you could. And you can have him bring it up to his face. I mean, kinda. I don't know, actually. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to get that to his face. But anyway, yeah. Great spread of accessories, and I think that he comes with pretty much everything that he would need. As far as articulation is concerned, you get a double ball peg at the head, but since he's got that longer hair, because everybody in Lord of the Rings has long hair, he's not really going to look up very much, except Gollum and Frodo. But you get a little bit of pivot there. You do get the shoulders that go out that far. They go down. They're going to rotate all the way around, but they're super stiff, so be careful. Single jointed rotating elbow. And then again, you get the vertical hinge on the weapon holding hands. I love that. That is awesome. And then rotate. And then the other hand's a regular horizontal hinge. A little bit of a better diaphragm joint on him. He'll rotate. He'll pivot side to side. He's not going to crunch forward very much. The legs are pretty much useless. They can only go out that far. They can only go forward that much. Back. You do get an upper thigh swivel in there. Actually, I lied. No, you don't. You do not. It'll rotate at the elbow or at the knee, and then that'll hinge down, and then the ankle goes down and up and pivot. What I think I'm going to do is cut along this line here. See how that goes. I'm going to cut along that line too, and then that line, and then I might even try to cut up there. See if that works, and I'll get back to you guys on that. Okay, so bringing them back in after the cuts, it really does improve the articulation on him. It's not perfect by any means, but I mean, I don't really know why they didn't just sculpt it to go up that much, because you can barely tell that I did any mods. It's really simple. Just go ahead. I mean, at your own risk, and if you're a kid, you know, get your parents' permission or whatever. I really don't want kids watching, but, you know, like, you can barely even tell that I cut it. And while I don't need them in, like, karate poses, it's nice to be able to, like, lean them forward and, you know, actually do stuff with them. So, not perfect, but it's definitely better and super easy. Just get an X-Acto knife and cut up the line. Nothing crazy. These are 7-inch scale lines, so here they are next to the NECA Toys Kong and the Jazzwares Fortnite series Peely. Here they are next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman and the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men series Darwin. And then, of course, here they are next to the Marvel Legends Hasbro series Zombie Captain America. So at this point, you guys are probably wondering, yo, Ant, what are your final thoughts on these figs? And I gotta say, I'm always happy to add some Lord of the Rings to my shelf. Now, I do think that the articulation is whatever on these guys, but also I do believe that the articulation and the paint and the sculpt and just getting new characters on the shelf more than makes up for that. I mean, because I'm always like, give or take. If the articulation sucks, but the sculpt and the paint and the accessories also suck, then it's a bad figure. But I also recognize that not every character needs to pose like Spider-Man or Batman. And that I kind of like just having new characters on the shelf. That's my favorite thing about collecting and getting a variety of characters and franchises all over the place. That's my favorite thing. So getting these added to the collection is no difference. So at a price point of $29.99 a pop, I'm going to go ahead and give them each an 8 out of 10. Because again, the articulation is not good and I wish it was better, but everything else more than makes up for it. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Insta and TikTok and Letterboxd. I post a lot over there and I have a lot of fun, which means you probably all will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? See you guys in the next one. Peace. What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.